Welcome to BigBiddness.
Hey, Rab, what you cooking up?
BigBiddness.
Here we go. Episode 5, BigBiddne Podcast.
5, put it up, man.
We back at it with your favorite host, your boy Matt.
It's your boy JT, man. Y'all know what it is. 5th episode at 3, but we gonna count it down.
Today we got a real different episode for y'all. We introducing a new host, a friend, someone we consider cool, I guess.
Hey, but still though, hey, shout out Pat though, man, for, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit. My boy Pat and Cali, but we got a different, you know what I'm saying, host. We got somebody real bright right here.
Oh God, yeah, my boy Pat didn't quit on us. It's just circumstances. He took one for the team.
Yeah.
But to get back to the interview, Morgan, go ahead and give a quick introduction about yourself.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I ran track at Baylor University, and now I work in corporate America.
Okay.
Yeah, that was real short and sweet.
And today we also gonna reintroduce ourselves, cause me and JT, the first episode, you know, we was in Canada a little bit lit, 4 in the morning. It was a lot we forgot to touch on. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing it to my boy JT and let him start it off.
Let me go ahead and reintroduce myself, man, because that first episode, like what Matt said, we was everywhere. Like y'all could read, it was 4-something in the morning, so you could tell boys was alright, but let me go ahead and reintroduce myself, man. I graduated from Sam Houston. I had a real prosperous career there. You know, first team all conference, won a national championship. I feel like I did everything that, you know, I can prove there, but, you know.
Man, go back though. Like, touch on that. Like, just like I asked the guest, start from the beginning. Where you from? Who made you? Who you was raised with? Start with all that.
So now I feel like I'm getting interviewed, but let me go ahead and touch how, man. So really what started me and my older brother, man. My older brother Don, man. That nigga always was, you know what I'm saying, was a part of my life in the football world. So I grew up, you know what I'm saying, inspired to trying to, you know what I'm saying, be him and outdo him. So, you know, he was a DB and I wanted to be a DB, so I grew up, you know what I'm saying.
What side of town you grew up on, though?
Bro, east side, bro. Everybody know that, bro.
They don't know that. You gotta tell them folks, man.
All right, man. We interviewing some real people from the east, but, you know, east side, baby. You know, grew up trying to be a DB and a running back, but DB turned with my sophomore year when I went to high school. You know, one of the sophomores on varsity felt like I was doing something.
What school, though?
North Shore, man.
Oh,
North Shore, bro.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Big dog. Hey, so, hold on. After I get through talking, we can swing it back to you. All right, that's cool. Now I'm going to start interviewing you.
I just want to let the people know who you is, man. I just want to let them know.
And yeah, man, after high school, man, I had several offers. I had an offer from SMU, you know, Sam Houston, PV, different little small offers like that. But then Sam Houston really caught my eye because you remember we was sophomores or juniors. We pulled up to Sam, huh? Yeah.
Skipping school and all.
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh, shit. But yeah, that's my boy JT, though. But a little bit about myself, though. We both grew up on the east side of town. Grew up playing basketball, football. We've been knowing each other since yay high. Big business is more than just friends and all that. We all the family. Been knowing each other. I know his mama, know his grandma, know all that. We grew up on the east side, played ball at one of the most powerful high schools in Houston, or in the world. To me, North Shore.
Talk about your run though. What you did at North Shore, man? What all the offers you had? Talk about that TSU shit, man.
Coming out of high school, mine was a little bit different. I finished with 2 of them. One of them committed. One of them committable. I finished with PV and TSU. PV was my first one, but they wouldn't let me commit. How it goes. So I ended up committing to TSU, going with the fam, staying over here and having a blast though. But shit, my career at TSU was a little bit lit though. Yeah. That's when the real Matt came to life.
Chill out, bro. What you was at TSU, man? What you being a real you, bro?
Man,
what you talking about?
Shit, that's when I found the real me. I found out that's like I said in the first episode, I found out I really didn't like the game of football. I liked what it was doing for me. So I just took advantage of that, got my bread, got whatever I got out of it, and then shit. took it as far as I could take it. And then shit, once it stopped giving to me, we made the transition. Now we all work corporate, doing our damn thing though.
Wow.
But to skip all of that, Morgan, this interview is really about you.
We don't know enough about us, man. The intros,
because you really just started it. Like, it's your first episode, but you got a big ass background. You slowly touched on that at the beginning. Kind of go back and like tell us from the start where you started from. Like, what made Morgan?
So in high school, I actually was a dancer. So I started off doing competitive dance. And then my dad sat me down one day and he was like, dancing is not going to pay for college. And I simply just don't want to pay. So
nah, he being real though. He definitely being real.
So I picked basketball and track, but I was definitely too small to play basketball. So I switched to track. And through high school, I was always ranked like top 3 nationally, and then always number 1 or 2 in Texas. It was like me and this other girl, like back and forth.
Talking about in what race though?
Oh, baby, 400, 800, both races, 2 races, top 5 nationally. You know the vibes.
400? We can look that up, huh?
Oh, you can look at it, baby, because I'm in the record books.
Okay.
Yeah, for the state of Texas. Talk about it. Yeah. So it's crazy because I attended Baylor, but Baylor actually never sent me an offer, like a letter. So they assumed I was going to go for like a bigger school in the SEC. So at the time I wanted to be like a doctor. So I was like, oh, I have to go to Baylor if I want to be a doctor. So I called them, and that's basically when I got my offer. But yeah, so I started in high school. So I didn't start taking track seriously until probably my junior year. And then when I got to college, I was kind of popping my shit. So I was a Big 12 champion individually, Big 12 freshman of the year, the 3rd Baylor female to ever win that award. And I'm top, in 3 races, I'm top 10 in Baylor history. So I was popping my shit my freshman year. You know the vibes. Then I started coasting. I fell out of love with the sport, and then NIL became a thing in 2021. So that's kind of when I fell back in love with the sport through content creating. And what else? Oh, and through content creating and NIL, I was able to partner with Raising Cane's, Dr. Pepper, Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, HEB.
Hold on. We're going to tell them all the speed right now. We're gonna get to that later.
Sorry, I can talk about my show.
Shit for real.
We know. Sorry. We popping our shit.
We talking about track right now.
Oh, yeah. Track was good. It was good.
Okay,
To kind of touch on that though, we know like the football recruiting process, it kind of took off for us. Like I'll say, JC, when you got that SMU offer, that was
that was in the junior year, so my beginning of my senior year. That's when I got the SMU offer.
You see how that nigga didn't say that at the beginning. Hey, go ahead and start it out. That was in the first song.
That was the one, man.
Wait, so with football, you can't get offered before the junior year? Because I know,
you definitely can. Yeah,
Can you get offered in like?
Yeah, I had different schools talking to me before my junior year and all that. Like when I was a sophomore, being on varsity and stuff, they was chopping it up with me, but they never gave me a full offer until after my junior year. Then that's when SMU they gave me a full offer.
Got you.
Yeah, so that's kind of different. Yeah, from that.
It'd be a lot of fake offers being passed around in football.
Yeah, a lot of people say they got offers, but I mean,
I see.
You gotta wait till your senior year to actually know what you got on the board. That's why we kind of asked you that. Like, when did track offers start coming into play?
Track offers, like, I mean, freshman and sophomore year, you were able to reach out to schools and like keep in contact, and they were able to like, watch your races, but they couldn't officially offer you up until I think your junior year. There was like a certain date, so like me and my parents were waiting by the phone. Like I think it was probably like July 17th or like some random date in July, and that was the date they could officially offer us. So like we were just waiting for the phones to ring.
Okay. So what was your what did you finish with? What offers would you say like was your top 3?
I mean, I always knew I wanted to go to Baylor, so that was always my number 1.
What made Baylor special though?
At the time, I wanted to be a doctor.
Waco, Texas.
So that was literally it. I just wanted to be a doctor and I wanted to go to Baylor. But I mean, with my times and my ranks, I could have probably went anywhere. I was talking to probably like 4 different Ivy Leagues, but I knew that school wasn't my biggest strong suit, so I wanted to go somewhere where I could take track as seriously as school and not have to stress too much. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have made it. So that's why I picked Baylor.
So being at Waco, I feel like that's kind of like Huntsville or something, like in
Yeah,
Sam Houston.
there's
So it's kind
nothing
of like
to
a
do.
town, exactly. Yeah.
Nothing
so,
to do.
You know, being on the track team, you know, us being football players, like, you know, a lot of people come to the football game, but you know, being on the track team, you know, that's kind of different. So it's like, how did you balance between doing all the track and then also tuning into your work? You have to be, you know, eligible in order to run track. So how did you balance between all that and also partying? Because I know you partied at Waco.
I definitely did party.
Yeah.
But we partied a lot in like Dallas and Austin because it was like an hour away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's far. So that's weekend partying.
Yeah.
That's weekend partying. But we couldn't really party during the week because I had practice at like 8 a.m. So
Yeah, so how did you balance
really
between
mean
all
too
that?
much.
it was definitely very hard. It was a culture shock my freshman year. So, I mean, I don't really know how I balanced it, to be honest. It was hard.
Really?
Yeah, because in high school, we practiced at like 3 p.m. in the heat of the day, and then when I got to Baylor, it was like 6 a.m. And so I had slept through probably like 7 practices.
But you know, track practice is a lot different, man. Y'all,
It is.
y'all out there running.
Well, they say I need 5 500s, 4 400s, and 3
crazy,
300s.
man.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder.
Man.
But a lot of track, like a lot of football boys came and ran track with us though, in college too.
Oh, really?
Was that the same? At
Yeah,
your
yeah, high
in
school,
college?
yeah, definitely. It
No, I'm
was.
talking about college.
Oh, in college? Oh,
Yeah.
I
Really?
was strictly football.
We got a funny ass story about track. Our senior year, we were so lazy. Well, I condone JT.
He was so lazy.
He
He was
tried
so
to convince
lazy.
the friend group, like,
Come on, man.
well, once we all signed and all that, we all quit track, basically. Our senior year, like, on some lazy shit, we all sat on our ass, not doing nothing.
Boys being lazy, man.
He's trying to be Mr. Do Right and go by himself and
I'm
end
out
up
there.
quitting in the middle of the season.
I felt like I was out there by myself. I had to quit, man. That boy's Moles, dog. Yeah, that boy's Moles, man. Nigga talking about his track.
But hey, you started to touch on like the brand endorsements and all that. How did that come about? Was it more TikTok, YouTube, Instagram? Because I know it's a lot of girls out here, young women, it's a lot of females in general that admire that part of the story. Can you kind of like touch on that and how to go about that and how you did it as a student athlete? Because that's a lot on one plate.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
I
tough.
feel like being a student athlete makes it a little bit harder just because, you know, a lot of people go viral on like social media for like being pretty or like dancing good, but whenever you're an athlete, like people just have to like really fuck with you, like who you are as a person and like really your talent. So, I mean, just growing up following that way is a little bit harder because it's more organically. But I mean, it opened a lot of doors for me, especially.
Was it like kind of interfering though, like with the sport?
Yeah, oh for sure. Like whenever NIL became a thing, I got like it was always a back and forth between me and the university, just because I was getting so many offers like for content, brands wanting to partner with me, and I wasn't checking with the school. So that became a big issue, you know, like threatening to make me sit out and stuff, just because they wanted to be in our business. But at the same time, like I didn't feel comfortable letting somebody outside know how much money I was making, and it was really hard to balance that and just. You know, when you're running for a sport, like you're only getting a stipend, and it's like I have like $5,000-$6,000 trying to be offered to me. So it's like, why would I not try to take that? And it caused a lot of issues. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I was there to get my school paid for, so some things just had to wait.
Yeah, that's
I ain't
big
gonna lie, I
time.
heard like track scholarships and like, 'cause I don't know, I really don't know. Are they the same as like football and basketball, like where everything is
Yeah,
just
like, yeah,
the
paid
whole,
for,
like the
you
whole
just
school,
gotta
or is
chill
it
and
by 2
breathe.
semesters
So
and shit?
Yeah.
mine was paid for fully, but because there's so many people on football, track doesn't get a lot of money from the university. So like there's like half scholarships or just books and stuff. Because I know football, it's full or nothing, right?
Exactly. Well, it's kind of like they got partial and they got, you know what I'm saying? They got
Oh, they
stuff
do
like that.
have people on
Yeah,
partial. I'm
yeah,
tripping.
yeah. Especially
See, I
in
thought
FCS,
football was
yeah.
like full or nothing.
Well, I was in FCS for a little minute, but then we moved to FBS.
I don't know what
and then it was
FCS
like,
is.
Yeah.
What is it?
we ain't gonna dig too deep into what's FCS.
FCS is the lower division ones, like the I mean, naming the powerhouses and FCS.
Wait, so
Sam
it's
Houston.
not JUCO, but like D1.
Oh, nah. Hell
Yeah,
no.
it ain't JUCO.
no.
It's definitely Division One, but
But
it's
it's
kind of
like the Lord-
It's
like-
FCS. It's kind of like lower than FBS.
Like North Dakota.
Yeah,
Shit like
JMU,
Like SFA.
Liberty.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
SFA,
hard,
yeah.
though. Yeah, I used to know.
Yeah, that was our rival, but it really wasn't a rival because the whole time I was at Sam, we beat the shit out of them. So, I mean, it was just like a dog walk every time we played them.
I see.
I know how that goes. But speaking on Baylor, what could you say, like, during track, what was your most memorable moment?
Probably winning the Big 12s individually because I felt like in high school, like I would always be ranked number 1 in Texas, but I would never win state. I would always choke, but I mean, God was just saving me for something bigger.
Choke is crazy. What you mean you're choke on a big game?
Like-
Yeah, she said,
What? You gonna skip over that like
No,
that?
I mean, like, I would get, like, 2nd or 3rd at state, but my time would still be number 1. So, like, they would win state, but my time was still number 1, and I, like, couldn't understand why. But when I got to a
weird.
bigger stage, and it was my freshman year, like, that's when I won conference, like, I understood, like, why. It just wasn't my time yet.
So winning conference your freshman year, because I played my freshman year, I actually started my freshman year, like, that kind of gave me more of a swagger, like, oh yeah, this everything, you know, so this is mine. So how did you move after that, you know, win the conference your freshman year?
I definitely moved like I was the shit.
Yeah.
But the hard thing is, like, with track, like, with football, y'all kind of have, like, a team to, like, hold y'all up when y'all not having the best day, but with track, it's like individual. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
that's true. That's
if
definitely
you're not
true.
having a good day, you're not having a good day, and you're only as good as your last race. So, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that's kind of the same for me and JT because we played corner. That's us and nobody else. You're on an island, you by yourself. Like,
It is.
you got to stand on your own business over there type shit. Like, what they doing, it affects you, but it really don't. Type shit.
I guess. Yeah.
So
But you still have a whole team.
what you say?
I say y'all still have a whole, like, 50-something people out there with y'all.
I see what you're
With
talking about.
us, it's like us.
Because you going more of a, like, it's an individual race and it's like your time and it's gonna pop up your
Yeah.
name and all that rather than, you know, us playing, they gonna say TSU or Sam Houston or whatnot. So I see what you're talking about though, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely see what you're talking about. Yeah, that's hard.
So, okay, we got another part to her story, too. So, after making all the content and all that,
Her freshman year.
yeah, she transitioned into the corporate world. How in the hell do you keep just, like, leveling up? And, like, is that, like, a personal thing? Or, is like, where did you gain that ambition from? Like, what was your credit for your ambition to keep getting better in life?
Keep getting better. I knew out of college I didn't want to move back home. So I had no choice but to find my way to a good job where I didn't have to move back home and just keep content creation. Content creation is what helped me move from Baylor to Houston without having to move back to my parents' house.
Yeah, I know moving from Baylor to Houston was kind of like a shock because when I was in Huntsville, my rent was like $500 or $475.
So
Yeah.
y'all
I
living in
know.
a country ass town.
Hey, chill out.
Yeah. No, definitely. My rent was like, I had like a 2-bedroom. I had a beauty room because that's like my content room.
Damn.
And it was like $1,100 for a 2-bedroom. It was like all white. It was so pretty. And then when I moved here, I remember like me and my dad went and I called the guy and I was like, yeah, I want a 2-bedroom in Houston. Like no more than like $1,200. And he was like, hung up. I said, oh, wow.
No, you ain't fond of that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. We was in college paying $2,200 rent.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, no.
But that's why our money was a little bit different.
Yeah.
When you're in the city, you gotta get some paper.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
that's Houston
fucked up
for you.
from these schools.
So that kind of transitioned into my question, like, how did you adapt? Because I know, speaking on me and Matthew, we was chasing our dream for the longest, and you know what I'm saying, that didn't, you know, it didn't work out for us.
Your
So we had
NFL
to-
dreams?
Yeah, the NFL dreams, yeah.
Okay.
And my boy Matt had MLFB dreams too. So, you know
What
what
is
I'm saying?
MLFB?
Look
We're gonna talk
JT
about
up
it.
on YouTube. You'll
We're gonna
find
talk
out.
about that.
Oh,
We're gonna
so
talk
there
about
is
that.
Yeah, I dropped the clip in the first video. I dropped it in the first video.
We ain't gonna talk about that. But so my question is like, how did you transition? Because for me, it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of hard because, you know, me being on top of the world, me being, you know, all conference, doing all that, had my school paid for, my rent paid for, do Skypings. So I felt like I really didn't, you know, so I felt like I really didn't have to work on nothing. So how did you transition into, you know, the work life and after track life?
I mean, I feel like it was easier for me because I knew early on I didn't want to do track like professionally.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of hard my freshman year, like the transition of being like the shit in high school and then coming to college where everybody's better than you. You know, you're kind of good, but like there's other people that are better.
Right.
And then with college, like there's people from out the country competing for the same school as you, so that makes it a little bit harder too.
Damn.
But I already knew early on, like, I wasn't going to go to the Olympics. I wasn't going to, you know, break the world record. So I just kind of coasted through college and was kind of at the point where I was ready to, like, start my next phase of life and, like, get a job.
So you used track. You didn't let track use you then, basically. Yeah.
That's why I feel like men and like women kind of differ in sports. Because how you said was like, okay, I knew I wasn't the best. In our head, well, I can speak for me.
Because y'all are very hard-headed. Y'all are very hard-headed. Y'all are very selfish. So, yeah.
That's confidence, though. I call it confidence.
It's
though.
not
Tell me
confident.
I
We
wouldn't
walking
want to
in there
leave.
like head honcho, like, man, I don't care who you is, how long you been here, I know me.
But I feel like the football dream's easier to chase, though, because, like, even if you ride the bench, like, you know you making at least, like, what, $300,000? With track, it's different, though. Like, there's no money in track. So it's like, why would I push just to get, like, a brand scholarship where they just gonna clothe me and I don't get no bread? But, like, with football, you know, y'all can get signed for a practice squad and make hella bread, like, weekly.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying, though. Yeah. That's where it differs at, for sure.
Yeah. Y'all got money and track don't. That's the difference. There's no money in track.
But you can't say that. It's only money if you see the top. If you don't see the top,
No, I
it's
mean
a
the
huge
highest paid.
fall off.
No, the highest contract out of college with track was $2 million, and it was 2 years ago.
that's the high.
The highest woman track. I mean, obviously, you know, like there's people out there making money through endorsements, but like from the shoe company itself, it was $2 million. So that goes to show, like,
Let me guess, that was Allison Felix.
it was not.
Damn,
I said out of
You gotta
college.
be that one. You gotta be really cold.
Yeah.
To be on track.
Yeah.
So we talked about a lot of your successes. So let's see, what was the biggest challenge you faced throughout your track career at Baylor?
Probably my grades. I didn't understand the importance
Yeah,
of
grades.
grades. Yeah.
Damn, she looks smart to me.
They ain't have
Show
no
me some
academic
of y'all.
advisors.
So the thing was like Baylor is a very Christian school, and I didn't really grow up like in the church for real. So I had to take like Christian scriptures, Christian heritage, chapel,
Oh, hell.
and I had to do all that my freshman year. So my GPA definitely plummeted because, you know, Christian scripture is not something you can just study the night before because you have to know like
Right on.
every part of the Bible. So that kind of got me.
That
But
same shit happened to me and JT. It was a school that came down to see us in high school. They were
Abilene Christian.
They were
Abilene
we want to
Christian.
take
It was
that
Abilene
package
Christian.
deal.
Talking about
Yes.
package deal.
As soon as they said
Christian
chapel,
school's
JT
crazy.
said, "Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man, you out of there." That nigga can't go to church.
no, so like chapel's harder though because like it's easy when you're there, but like they close. I did not know they close the doors at 8. Like at Baylor, like if chapel's at 8, the doors are closed at 8. Like
You can't
8:01,
be
you can't get
fashion
in.
related.
No,
Yeah.
and then that counts as a miss. So I ended up having to retake chapel.
Damn,
Oh,
that's
hell.
crazy.
But I feel like high school did not prepare me for like the workload in college at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I definitely feel what you're talking about because we come from a powerhouse, you know, high school, and you know what I'm saying, that's North Shore, but I felt like we was leaning more to what football can do for us rather than what the books can do for us. So I feel you when you talk about the academics because I remember I had a conversation with my mama one time. I think that was my end of my freshman year. I was like, hey, mama, I don't think, you know, this college for me no more. Like,
Me and my dad had that talk so many
yeah,
times.
so yeah, definitely. So I definitely feel what you're talking about where it come from that school. Way.
Boy, it's time to switch to that kinesiology degree. No disrespect.
No,
but
I was in my degree was kinesiology. I was still in there struggling. No, I was in there struggling. Don't laugh.
I did construction management. I was trying to be on some more like advanced type shit, but
See, my freshman year, I was trying to do pre-med.
oh.
Yeah, it was a rude awakening.
Yeah, so talk about that. You know, you say you wanted to become a doctor. That was kind of really one of your main reasons you
Yeah.
went to Baylor. So what inspired you to
Be
have
a
that dream of
doctor?
becoming a doctor?
I wanted to help kids. So like in high school, I was always around kids. I volunteered at like the foster care centers and like helped pack lunches. Like I love being around kids and I knew I wanted to help them. So I wanted to become a doctor. And at the time, like I didn't want to be too far away from home. So that's why I picked Baylor because it was a school of medicine at the time.
Exactly.
So Yeah, and then I got there, realized school was hard, and I don't know how to balance track and school and partying and having a life.
And so you dropped mid. You just said, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. That first semester, I say, yeah, switch me out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because my coach was like, look, are you going to be able to run? And I was like, not if I'm pre-med. Like, I need to be taken out.
That's crazy.
I could feel you on that, though, because I started out being a finance major, and then I actually did some dumbass shit. My senior year, I went and talked to my advisor, the football advisor. She was like, yeah, you kind of surprised me. Finance is the hardest business degree. I said, what the fuck? She was like, yeah, it is. I said, well, switch me.
Wait, hold on. You say your senior year, you asked her to switch you?
That's why I think
so
about it now.
So you didn't even finish it out?
I quit
You
my
had
senior
1 year left?
And I quit. I was on some lazy shit.
That was some absolutely lazy shit.
Lazy.
But I went to a business management. It was easier. One less year accounting. I took the easy way out and it worked.
That's crazy. And so you say you graduated with what degree again?
It was health kinesiology and leisure studies. That's the name of my degree.
So did you actually like that?
It's what I finished with. I got my degree. I'm the first one in my family to have a degree.
Oh,
so that's all that matters. I got into my master's program as well, but...
So going back to school.
Huh? No, I was in graduate school at Baylor.
So let's talk about that then. How did that go?
It was short-lived. It was very short-lived.
Because I definitely can understand what you're talking about because, you know, blowing up on content creating and stuff, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, what's the reason for me to keep spending money on school? So,
my thing with, like, not spending money on school is my parents didn't have to pay a dime, and that was, like, the goal. But Baylor, like, because my eligibility was running out, they were only going to be able to pay for a year of my master's, so my parents would have to come out of pocket that other year. And they were willing to do that, but for me, like, it just wasn't worth it. Like, the whole point of going to school was to not have any debt.
Exactly.
So I was like, I'll just stop.
Same mindset I was on because I remember my mama already had the conversation with me. I was in 9th grade when she told me. 9th grade, because that's when my brother had an offer. And my mama straight up told me, she said, look here, son, we don't got money for college, so if you want to go, you had to make it on your own.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So I definitely understand what you're talking about on that. For sure.
So I ain't gonna lie. I got a question for both of y'all. Coming out of high school, my mindset was totally different because listening to both of y'all wanted to go to school. If football wasn't an option for me, I pictured myself going to the railroad, doing some hard shit. I was like, man, fuck all that. I just didn't feel like school was for me. And then I got a couple offers.
For me, it wasn't that school was for me. It was just like, I know this football could take me places that, you know what I'm saying, that me not playing it would.
But the ego was the NFL, though, so you wasn't really thinking about, I'm finna go get me an education. Because in reality, nigga, you thought you was gonna be gone in 3 years.
That's really not. But me going to Sam, that kind of set a reality check for me. So I was like, okay, big cool. I know I got to do my 4 here. So while I do my 4, I'm going to make sure I get my degree while I do my 4. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the mindset I had. Then when COVID came around, man, COVID did a lot of negative things, but it also did a lot of positive things. So we ain't gonna speak too much in that. But when that came around, man, that just kind of helped me out. Had me a sit down with myself, and I was like, man, let me go ahead and get my degree because what if football don't work out? I ain't finna put all my eggs in one basket, even though I did put all my eggs in one basket.
I can give you an answer. Football didn't work out back then.
So I was thinking about that. Damn, man, how much you pouring up, cuz?
Yeah, he poured the whole rest of
my
his
cup
shot.
police ass now. Watching the cup,
So the question on you now, he said it was a 2-person question.
For me, like, I always wanted to make my parents proud, and neither of them were able to get a college degree, so that was what was pushing me. I didn't really care what my major was in, how I got through it. Like, I knew at the end of the day I wanted to walk the stage and I wanted them to watch me, so.
So you was the only child?
I am the only child.
That's why she's so spoiled.
Wow.
That's why she's so
Judgmental
spoiled.
much?
Oh, wow. So I know that definitely, like, drove you to push, you know, heights that you never pushed before because you being the only child, I feel like your parents got a lot of expectations for you because they invested everything into you basically. So I know that gave you the drive and the motivation to
100%.
Man, that's what's up.
I know you wish you had like a sister or a brother sometimes.
I don't.
Oh.
I love all the money coming to me.
I was just gonna say,
that's what I'm saying.
selfish.
Come on now. have a different
I agree
sibling.
with you though, because having a brother or having a sister, you gotta share a lot of shit that you wouldn't like to share.
I don't like to share.
Especially having an older brother. You know how that shit goes. Shout out to Dundee, man. We gotta get that nigga on the podcast one day. For sure.
And then E.T. gonna come on this whole trip, man.
Yeah, man. So
I ain't gonna lie. So Morgan, given all that you done gave us, you never touched on like, why did you accept this offer to like join the podcast? Like, was it that we was just like the coolest niggas in the room? That was in my head.
Actually, a little birdie texted my phone talking about some please.
Who's a birdie?
Join the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Speak on the birdie.
So you want to put me on the spot? I got an invite to join the podcast, followed by like 3 pleases.
Yeah. Them pleases from me.
As you see, she keep looking at Matt, so feel like he the birdie then.
Hey, man, you gotta help us. I don't know what the hell I was
I like
gonna go
supporting
with
y'all though. Y'all have a cool little setup.
And you know, definitely after hearing your story and the history you did, you know, I feel like you fit perfectly with the podcast that we got going on because it's former athletes. You're a former athlete that, you know, had to face life and what life gave us, and now we all have to adapt and become the person that we are. So I feel like you the perfect host. How you feel about being a host at Big Business?
I feel great. Happy to be here. I think y'all need a girl on the team anyways, because nobody wants to listen to a bunch of guys talk every Wednesday.
That's the real reason I chose Morgan, because I knew she wasn't scared to come on here and voice her opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what we said, she was going to stick with what she said.
Exactly, yeah.
You're not easily
Agreed.
persuaded by our words.
I'm definitely not.
And I also feel like she had a couple of them little margaritas.
I only
so
had
she,
2. Thank you. How many did you have in your styrofoam
Shout out
cup?
to the Big Business Margarita.
My cup is a little empty, man. What y'all think it's time for a shot or something?
That boy JC over there drinking Amsterdam.
Hey, smoke. See, look, bro. Why you? Listen, I ain't gotta lie. Now, if I go to the car, I'm gonna go get the 42, and then all that gonna be, you know, it's gonna be too much. So I ain't gonna do all that.
See,
Wait, so I have a question.
what's up?
Oh yeah.
By time.
You the host,
Yeah,
exactly.
by
There we
time.
First
go.
of all, y'all said this is about interviewing me.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you joining the crew
at what
too.
point did y'all know the NFL was not for you? Getting a little deep, huh? Who wants to
I'm gonna let
start?
Matt speak first. Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I want the exact moment where you were like, damn, like this
You want
shit.
the exact moment?
The exact moment where you were just like, damn, like,
Shit.
I gotta
Yeah,
find
that is
something
like
else.
Hey, chill out, bro.
I damn near take the glasses off on this mode, because this is real shit. It didn't hit me truly, honestly, until like we went to that bullshit ass league, the MLFB, and there was a bunch of niggas. Like, I ain't gonna lie, one of my teammates, he ended up going to the NFL, but it was a bunch of niggas in there that's 30, got 2 kids, and we got paid $50 for 2 weeks.
Stop speaking
And I'm
on
looking
that,
at
bro.
these niggas, and I'm like, bro, like, you got a wife to go back home to, like, bro, like, what the fuck?
So that was the moment for you?
But the answer is like, I just love the game, bro. I was like, shit, do I really love the game? And I was like, I got my answer real quick. I was
Yeah.
like, but hell no, I'd rather go give me some paper. I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, nah,
and
that
then
was
once I
tough.
figured that out, I was like, fuck it.
I can say for me, it's a little bit after the MLFB, because I still kind of was like down and out, like, damn, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I invested my whole life into this football. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Something got to pay off. So I damn near almost wanted to go to the XFL or the USFL or whatever it is. I think it's Cavine, UFL or something. But that was my goal after the MLFB. But, man, I kind of sat down on myself, man. I was at my parents' house, bro. I was just like, man, bro, me keep chasing this dream, it ain't guaranteed, because I feel like I can go blow out a knee or I can go do something and then boom, I'm back to square one.
Yeah.
I cannot, you know what I'm saying? I cannot, you know what I'm saying? I cannot live off chasing a dream that ain't guaranteed. So I feel like me being in my parents' house, that kind of.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that kind of set me. That was like, man, I grew up looking at myself in this mirror. I was 10 years old looking at myself in this mirror, bro. Like, I'm 20. When I was 23, I was like, man, I'm 23 years old, bro. I was like, man, I gotta shake the spot, bro. I gotta do something.
You was better than me. I was in my mama's house yelling, playing Call of Duty. That was the exact moment if you want to know. I was in my mama's house.
Tell the truth.
in my
What was the exact
own room.
moment?
I'm playing the game. Bro, what the fuck? Da, da, da. My mama was like, be quiet. I'm arguing back. And in my head, I was like, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, bro, you was finna be 24. You were upstairs playing the game at your mama's house. And from that day on, I got rid of the game. I said, fuck all that, and I got me a job.
Yeah, elevated in life, though. But not just on the job, though. Really, you know what I'm saying, a career, bro. Because if we could transition into what we do now, well, I never think I'll be doing what I was doing because my whole time in football, I was thinking like, man, I can never be no suit and tie person. I can never do, you know what I'm saying? I'm a football player. That's all I am. So.
But I feel like that was just like stroking the ego. Like, man, like, I feel like if you're not 100% in, you're not going to hit.
Yeah, nah,
if you over here thinking like, oh, because you know, being in a football locker room, there's niggas like that. Like, oh, I'm going to go get this engineering degree. Be me an engineer. It just don't work out. But in reality, them niggas sorry as hell. That's why you said nigga going to be an engineer.
Nah, for sure, though.
But when you playing and having motion as a freshman, you thinking like, nigga, I'm going to the league because everybody fucking with you there. Oh, you good. You doing all this and shit. So you let them feed your ego on some dry shit.
Yeah, because like a lot of people were saying, they were like, man, being a football player, you always need a plan B. You need a plan B. And I used to lie. I'm like, yeah, I got a plan B. I'm going to do something in the construction world. That's my plan B. But in reality, bro, nigga, I'm going to the league. If you told me I wasn't going to the league, I'd have thought you hating.
I was just finna get there. I was gonna say, yeah, that's
what you hating. Real talk. Like, bro, get away from me, bro. You bad energy, bro. I don't need you around me. But then, like, after transitioning, like what you asked me, you know what I'm saying? When the moment I realized, I think I was at my parents' house, and then I was trying to go to the USFL. I was working out. I was in the backyard doing drills, and I was like, man, nah. I'm out here tripping. I need some motion. I need some money in my pocket.
We out here banking on the dream,
Real talk.
But I ain't gonna lie, Morgan. I have a couple of my fellow coworkers. They have young daughters that's pursuing like the track dream, and like she asks me every day from an athlete point of view, like how to go about it. But I feel like you're the perfect person to describe for a woman chasing a dream. Like, how did you go about it? Because I don't know, for us, we was all in. It was real. Go to the NFL or nothing since we was 8 years old. How did you kind of go about that?
Chasing my dream?
Yeah.
I mean, I put a lot of work into it. I was surrounded by a lot of people that believed in me and pushed me. I had a really good coach in high school because that's where my journey started. And I mean, I just ended up listening to my coach. She knew what was best. I feel like a lot of people don't listen to their coach and think that they know everything, and that's what kind of messes them up. Are you pointing at yourself, Matthew?
Was you listening to your coach, bro?
Shit, you been with me?
What?
Did you listen to
Matt,
your
you
coach?
look like the type of person that don't listen to nobody.
Oh, yeah, he do, huh? Yeah, tell us your story, bro.
What?
Your TSU story, man. She asked me what you listen to your coach, man.
JC, you told your story too.
story?
You walked out the field for a
y'all was bad.
He was ready to punch with the coach.
Oh, he was getting active on
It
the
wasn't even nothing like that. Like I said, if you ever go and see my past, you'll see I had a real decent past. I had a prosperous career, national championship.
Outside of fighting your coach on the field?
I never
it wasn't
did
the
that.
coach?
He was lying.
I ain't never did that. We had arguments, we had disputes, you know what I'm saying? That's just grown man being grown man, you know what I'm saying?
So when he told you to go home, what you told that?
I wasn't going home. I ain't going home. I ain't gonna be going home, yeah. But let's talk about you then. You coming out as a shirt, bro. You the one speaking for the crowd. What happened with your situation, bro?
I was on my Malcolm X shit. Fuck nigga sex was late. And he had niggas out there in the summer workout.
Hey, but hold on, let me ask you this. Was your check late?
My check hit.
So you was fighting for other people?
He had an eviction notice on his door.
Yeah.
I said, nigga, what? You here? He was like, bro, I want to play football. I said, hey, check out. His number one rule was don't take your shirts off. I said, everybody take your shit off.
Outlaw, menace.
And then
So you was mad they didn't get their check, but they was getting their scholarship paid for?
yeah, they school was paid for, but he need that.
Matthew said, like the scholarship. They need their
He need his bread. I'm trying to look out for my people. I'm like,
They
man.
looked out. Wait, so did y'all get paid like once every semester or like once a month?
That's the difference between FCS and FBS. We get a big ass check at the beginning, and you just gotta budget.
Yeah.
And where FBS, they get checks monthly.
See, I got a check monthly.
Yeah, that's
'cause
FBS.
you
What's
FBS.
FBS?
That's like
Baylor.
the higher division one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like
what we was talking
Big
about earlier in
12,
the
Pac-12.
podcast.
That's like the power.
Yeah, that's
all those
FBS.
conferences.
We was in FCS, but Sam Houston, they moved up to FBS like 2-3 years ago. So now they getting them checks every month.
Okay.
So yeah, we used to get a big check. I think I used to get like what, $4,500 for a semester or something. They used to cut it off.
Yeah, I was getting
But
$4,500.
then I got financial aid too.
Nigga,
So
we got 12.
no, man, stop capping, bro. Y'all rent was not. Bro,
Hey,
stop
nigga,
capping, bro.
it is it's niggas that's in here. We got 12,000 dropped in our account January 1st and August the 1st, whatever the fuck.
Listen,
the start
y'all-
of
Wait.
it.
So did y'all's pay differ based on how y'all performed? Because that's how it was at Baylor.
But it's gonna be a couple hundred off for like.
I mean, ours wasn't a couple hundred, so that's why I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out what y'all had going on.
A coach might throw you like a book reserve type shit. You be like, hey, you can get that back. Don't buy no books type shit. That's like $1,000. So you getting like little extra gains from like other shit type shit. But your
Okay.
set number is gonna be your set number.
I feel like y'all boys had motion at TSU then because it wasn't nothing like that at Sam. It was all about
But shit,
winning.
y'all
it.
paying $500 win. Y'all winning all the time.
Dang, y'all rent $500.
It was $475. It was
I don't think Baylor got $500.
It
My
was
rent was
$475.
like $6, the lowest,
Oh,
and I had a
nah.
roommate.
I remember I had a 2-bedroom. Me and my boy KJ, man. Shout out my boy KJ, dog. And my roommate throughout my college career. We were both paying $475 a piece.
Shit, that's how it was when I went to Colorado. I was
Boy.
living a
I
boy.
forgot she went
Wee,
to
boy.
Colorado.
Boy, we was living out there with that $400 rent.
I'm telling you,
Twice,
bro.
I'm hums. You
know,
want
see,
another
look,
one?
I paid mine the whole semester. I was good. I ain't had to pay rent no months throughout the whole semester. I'm going to the front office dropping a whole bag on them. I'm young.
I cannot.
This me.
All right, so this is a question for both of y'all. That first check you got from college, what the hell did you do with it? Because I know me personally, I went to the mall 3 days in a row, and I got me some shit every day. And I had a little bitty with me, so I got us some shit too. I was spending that shit. How did y'all do y'all check?
Now we go to you. You go first. I'm second.
So Baylor, I didn't get a big check my freshman year. My big check didn't come till my sophomore year. So they put us in the most expensive apartments. So yeah, my first check was maybe like $400, but I got it monthly. So that's what they do at Baylor. Like they give you the highest scholarship, put you in the highest dorm. So like I don't even know how much my dorm was worth, but yeah, I didn't get a big check. No, because I was just happy to be there. Just happy to be
I
there.
see what you're talking about.
But it wasn't until like we moved off campus that they start paying us off campus rent.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
how
when
it
the
was.
real bread come when you
Yeah.
get off campus.
So I
God.
really got a funny story about how my bread came about, bro. So my freshman year, so I had motion throughout the whole like camp and stuff. Everybody knew I was gonna start. So I felt like the person that was distributing the money, I thought I was older than what I was. So my freshman year, freshmen don't get stipends. We just get financial aid and everything paid for us. You gotta come off the other stuff for yourself if you wanna have fun. So my freshman year, man, they dropped the bag off on me. And a week later, after they dropped the bag off on me, I got an email from the person that said that we mistakenly sent you. Let me tell you. So look, let me tell you what I did when I got the money though. Man, as soon as I got the money, bro, I went to the mall, bro. I straight up went to the mall. And
The mall in Sam Houston.
I went to the Woodlands Mall.
Oh, okay.
I drove 45 minutes to the Woodlands and I went to the mall.
cannot.
And my girlfriend at the time, I spent the bag on her too. So but I had a good time that time. But then look, I got the email saying that they sent me out the wrong bag. So I was like, all right, man,
It's too
cool.
late now.
But look, I told him, I said, we got to chop it up. We got to see what we got. What I got left, then that's what you going to get. And then that's what I got. Then boom, like 2-3 weeks later, my financial aid hit. Boy, my financial aid hit.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all was winning out there. My roommate had that financial aid, and I told you we getting 12 dropped off the top. He getting a $5,000 check from financial aid.
Mine was like 45, 5 bands a semester.
Niggas used to be flexing on me. They coming out the room, 4 pockets full. I'm down.
My teammates used to get like the Pell Grants. I'd be like, man.
So did you get financial aid?
I ain't get shit.
No.
I ain't get a penny.
Oh, so y'all not financial aid babies then? Y'all don't know.
Nah.
Well, since the people out there that's on financial aid and in college,
You gonna get
y'all
that
know
paper.
what I'm talking about. Y'all give it up.
No, I signed up for that financial aid. They say you're gonna get $0. I said, oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
I went up there arguing with the people.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Yeah, you gotta argue with the financial aid people because that's the only time they're gonna give you your bread. But y'all didn't get bread, so
Yeah, they wasn't giving me nothing.
that's tough. But yeah.
That nigga JT lied though. That nigga spent the shit out of his money though. He held back on that
What
story.
you mean spending money?
What you did with that money though?
What you mean, nigga? What you did with your money?
I ain't gonna lie. I told you, I had
He
a ball.
said he went to the mall with you. You said you went to the mall too. I went to the mall.
What you want though? Cause I know when we was in the MLFB, it's another story he had a lot of fun.
Oh my
What
God.
does MLFB stand for?
We're not gonna talk about that right
Major League Football. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
now. This is what we originally agreed to. We signed the contract.
What we agreed to.
We signed the contract for $12,000 in 4 games. So that's a month and a half worth of football.
Yeah.
That's what we signed for. That's what we
Okay.
signed
But mind you, we're in Mobile, fucking Alabama.
I think it's Mobile.
I'm from the country.
Hey, I'm really still messed up with you, bro. Well, I'm still fucked up with you because you put that video of me on the first episode.
That's the what scenario keep.
Yes, bro. That's what she, bro. Bro, I was down bad, bro. That's how I look after MLFB. So if y'all see me now, y'all see how I look now. Go look at the first episode. Go see how I look.
Tell them what we was discussing when we was out there.
They pay for y'all flights?
Yeah, they do.
Not bad.
So let me tell you my MLFB story. So they treated me like I was damn near a god or something. So they reached out to me. They said we got a whole new program that's coming about. They send me out the flight and everything. They say you don't gotta pay for nothing. You first class. I say bet. Went up to the airport, first class, got there, had free drinks, everything. And what'd it say 15, 17 days later?
Mind you, we went through 2 days. That shit is illegal now.
Oh yeah.
That shit is
That's where you
illegal.
practice twice a day?
Yes.
How's that illegal? I thought they do that at college.
They quit that shit.
His team wasn't doing it. My team was doing it. And we was actually thudding and hitting. So I was earning my check.
Well, y'all was saying that too. They was saying what the prostitutes was. Him and my friend Pat. I went over there to visit
Pat,
them.
man, shout out my boy Pat.
I pulled up to the Kodak where the hotel is. I
You
said,
saw
hey,
the
bro.
prostitute?
I'm like, it's not safe over
That
there.
boy
There's
man
some
was
vans
scared.
pulling
Hey,
up over here.
the
Them niggas
whole
talking about, bro,
time.
chill, bro. Nigga, hell no.
The whole time that boy
Nice.
mad and nervous, bro. He mad. That's what they got y'all, bro. Man, y'all tripping, bro. But yeah, me and Pat had to grind. They gave us $50, boy.
The boys had to watch their game.
So you got $50 too?
Yeah, he stood in line and waited for $50.
I called them niggas.
17 days.
Hey, tell them the truth. We all called each other. Hey, you got paid today?
We was happy.
We went to the mall in Mobile,
Y'all went to the
Alabama.
mall with y'all $50.
No, not with the 50.
Yeah, no,
We was gonna
no.
go to the
chill.
mall with the 12,000.
Yeah, but we was thinking about the bigger picture.
Okay.
They had
About
some,
what we
they
signed
had
for.
some cheap stores out there.
But y'all never got the
the
12. Can't you sue them? Y'all didn't read the contract?
They was bankrupt. That's what. That was the whole story.
The
It was the whole
CEO
story.
spent all the money, basically.
Oh.
And they knew they wasn't paying shit because the hotels we were staying in, they wasn't paid for.
Yeah, nobody paid the hotel we were staying in. The whole 17 days, nobody paid the hotel. And so people at the hotel got fired. That same day we got kicked out of the hotel, people at the hotel got fired.
Oh
So
my God.
It was a whole, like,
But shit,
a
I
whole
ain't gonna
shit
lie,
show.
It was some good that came out of there for some people. Because it was a couple people off of my team that made the NFL off that shit. But I don't know how. But they made it.
I ain't gonna lie, ain't nobody on my team made the NFL.
Because y'all was in the hood, nigga.
Y'all was with the prostitute.
When we was Almeida, whatever we was.
Hey, tell them about the scrimmage, JC.
What's scrimmage? Oh, man, this is a brief story. It's gonna be a real quick story, man. Y'all gotta watch out for the boy Matt, man. So me and my boy Pat, the other host we have, my boy Pat, man, we always on the same team. We warming up. We you trying to play with Matt. Me and Pat, hey Matt, what's up, boy? Hey yo, what's up? Matt ain't saying nothing to us, bro.
Don't fuck
He's
with
so
them niggas.
locked
Game
in.
time. They
Like,
don't
he
fuck with y'all.
back there. He
We on
doing
friends
everything.
like that is
Like,
crazy.
I
But he
walk
take his
past
shirt
JT.
off for other people.
That's what I'm saying. He tripping.
Crazy.
Like, man, me and Pat looking at him. We like, hey, Matt, what's up? But this before our jamboree, before the screen.
Hey, Jamboree, no, don't laugh, no.
This before people really earn checks, man. We was in there trying to hype up Matt. He ain't even look our direction out one time, bro.
Damn, you
and
was
we
too
know
cool
he
for
heard
them.
us too.
That's crazy.
I walked straight past JT. I ain't tell him nothing.
Yeah, nah, tell us the story because I ain't even see you, bro, when I did my little pregame ritual,
Because
bro.
we all going out there to walk the field. That nigga JT walked
Wait, so
out
y'all
like,
were on different teams?
Yeah, different
yeah.
teams, yeah. Me and Pat, our previous host, we was on the same team. He was on a whole different team.
yeah.
So both teams screwed you over because y'all both only got $50 from two
When the
different
league
teams.
Yes,
ended, my head
yes.
coach left without telling nobody.
Yes. My head coach
Wow.
paid for us another day.
They were still trying to have meetings and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so tell the folks what you did, bro, in pregame, bro.
I walked past you. I already hit though. Niggas game time. I told y'all I didn't fuck with y'all. But the funny story about all this shit, we did all this shit, and none of us even played when we played each other. That's how dirty they did us right there. We all set the whole game watching each other from across. I'm like,
Didn't
bro.
play.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, bro,
But see, the
hell
crazy
no.
thing is, me and Pat caught a pick the first day in practice. And we really was supposed to be in the ones the next day.
I don't know
But
that
every-
language. A one.
I caught an interception. And that's a good thing on the defense. That was a good thing. And me and Pat was turned up.
What y'all got for catching them interception? Big honk.
$50.
Nah, they got a candy bar. Ask them about the candy bar they got. They ready.
Hey, bro,
They
there's
too ready to
too many
punch.
rabbit holes in that store. We're not going to go that deep,
Nah,
bro.
tell them when you was ready to punch. Punch your shit.
Go that deep,
What
bro.
kind of candy
JT
bar?
was trying to squabble.
It
Tell
was
them.
called a big honk, bro. They don't sell them no more.
So you weren't trying to punch over your shit to the quarterback?
Bro, a big hawk is crazy.
Me and the quarterback had a fallout in practice one day.
He got in the elevator ready to punch with that
A
man.
candy bar?
He ready to die
No,
by that
because
shit.
look, so the big thing was,
That nigga ready to die by that shit.
see, hold on, see, look, bro.
Bro.
So look, our
oh
head
my
coach,
God.
after you do something good in practice, you catch a turnover or a touchdown.
You get a candy bar.
A big hump. You don't even know what the fuck that is. You don't even know what the fuck that is.
Hey, I can't talk to y'all, bro. I can't talk to y'all, bro.
Bro,
Y'all
what?
laughing at me, bro.
A candy
We
bar is
laughing with
crazy. Why your hotel not paying for y'all got a candy bar.
But the story get worse than that, Morgan, because after the shit,
my
after the
God.
scrimmage,
I wanted you was talking a lot about JT. What happened over there? Because y'all only got $50.
No, he was living good.
They
though.
got Skittles?
They was
That's what I just
3
wanted to
hotels.
tell
you.
They was
Oh,
big
they was getting
hotels.
fed.
after
He had his own room.
they used to put us on me when they wanted to live courtside.
Okay,
Me and
okay.
Pat was struggling.
I had my own room and
So y'all rooms
everything.
were paid for.
Nah, them hoes
No,
weren't paid for.
okay. All right.
They was definitely not
All
paid.
right, that's all right. That's enough. We cut
Candy
it
bar
like
is
this.
crazy.
He don't like reliving the time.
We summarize this about our third and final host here. More, we talk more positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
to
my
her.
gosh.
But to go ahead and like kind of cap it off, Morgan, I want you to hit on your main 3 goals you set in life and what did you accomplish so far and what you can accomplish. Because it's a lot of young women that look up to you. And I want you to like touch on that for them. Because I don't understand a woman's point of view. I'm a man, shit. My point of view is to make it at any means.
Yeah.
Y'all point of view is different.
I feel like one of my main goals in life is just to be able to be financially stable, like without a man. I feel like growing up as a woman, like, you know, everybody's like, I hope you marry somebody rich because you got an attitude problem, or I hope you marry somebody rich because you're expensive. But at the end of the day, like, women can make just as much or even more money than men. So I feel like that's my biggest goal. And I do that through, like, my job and content creation. I tell JT all the time, like, I feel like you can never get rich, like, working under somebody else. Like, at the end of the day, you got to have your own shit. So that's my goal, is to have my own shit, be financially independent, without a man, without my parents. And, you know, just keep leveling up because, I mean, when people think of six figures, they only think like, you know, $100,000. But six figures is anywhere from $100,000 to $999,000. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much money out there to be made. There's people that are multi-billionaires, and you know, I can't stop at six figures. Like I just can't. And not 100,000. You know what I mean? So
I always say, fuck $1 million. I'm trying to get $1 billion, nigga. Just straight up.
Real
Straight
talk.
up. But I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's why you fit the podcast. You have a similar mindset, but just not the same. You have a different way of expressing it. But like, to go ahead and finish it up, since we just not starting up, you have a different crowd than us. Our crowd is all east side, like straight niggas we've been on our whole life. They fuck with us, we fuck with them. Shout out to us and all that.
Yeah. Shout out to all the former athletes.
Who's your first 3 guests you think you can help us get on with your connections and
that
just
boy
put
said
them
the
out
first
there?
3. All right,
First 3 is
let's do
crazy.
one. We're gonna do one guess.
Like
One guess.
in the category, and let the people vote who they want out of them 3.
I mean, I feel like the people I could bring on is the same type of people y'all could bring on. Like, we're both athletes. Like, some people in the NFL, NBA, like, they was the same people eating with me in the lunchroom
I
in
need some
college.
names, though. You
So,
can't skip over that.
I ain't gonna drop
Give
no
me-
names.
Give me
scared to
3
drop
names.
names.
3 names
drop-
you
you
can
can
bring
drop
on,
some
like
names.
your friends, though.
We gonna see who I can bring.
Oh, shit.
We gonna
Okay.
see.
Okay.
You know you the host now, so you big business.
Yeah, I just know I ain't gotta bring nobody retired.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Shit, we got. Okay, I like that. I like that. I
we'll
like
see.
that. But shit, next episode, you already know what we got next episode. What Bam say? We got Meke coming in the building.
Hey, yo, man, we got to, dog.
A
But
Meke
really,
from U of H.
Yo, you know him?
I know of him.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
but
from the
yeah.
east side. He gonna come on to the show.
But we
When are we gonna get some
apologize.
girls?
That's
That's
what we,
what. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
the
y'all
names
don't
I
know any
wanted to
women.
drop.
That's the thing.
But we know some women, but you gotta realize what type of people,
Chill out now, come on
what
now.
type of people we is. Like, we go into a woman's DM, she thinking off top like, damn,
Okay, I see.
we some handsome young men. So it's like, damn, like this nigga trying to.
But see, that's why we think that you fit the podcast perfectly, though, because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you out the same mindset as, you know what I'm saying, us. So we really apologize to our prior interview that we were supposed to do last week, but you know, we were supposed to be in Costa, man. We were supposed to be vlogging, but we ain't vlog coming soon, man. Out the country coming soon
So when
again.
we gonna redo it then?
I'm waiting on you, bro.
And this time we're gonna bring the big Morgan with us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the big one, not the little one.
Out the country.
But I ain't gonna lie, we gonna go ahead and close it off because we don't want to hold you too long. And I appreciate you for joining the team and all that. You're a big asset for us.
Thanks.
Shout
And
out.
we really appreciate it.
So can we hear you say shout out Big Business, man? You
Shout out Big Business.
And just like that, we gone.
Oh, it's hot as fuck